All right, let's go ahead and get started. Thank you guys for joining me. My name is Luis Morales, Health Fitness Specialist with Exos at Autodesk. And this is the first live stretch break of the week on a Monday afternoon. It's 3 p.m. here on the Pacific Coast. Before we get started, please go ahead and drop anything that you would like given some extra attention to in the chat. If there's something that you feel is a little extra tight today that you want specifically worked out, we can definitely work it into the routine today. My plan for today was basically to focus on neck, shoulders, the entire spine, hips, and the hip flexors and quads. So basically the pillar, so to say. So if you have anything else that you would like specifically addressed, please go ahead and drop that in the chat. I'm sure we can work something into the routine today. I'll give you guys a second or two. Go ahead and drop anything you might need. If I already said something that you feel is tight, I'm excited to get into it so we can get stretched out, get the blood flowing a little bit, because I know we've probably been stagnant with work all day. All right, nothing in the chat. Let's go ahead and get it started then, guys. So let's start in standing. What we're going to do today to start are some neck rolls, but instead of the typical neck rolls that you might be used to, let's go ahead and slow it down just a little bit. So we're going to do about 2 or 3 rotations on each side compared to the usual 5. So let's develop that stance, feet about shoulder width apart, arms relaxed, core kind of tight just to make sure our spine doesn't go anywhere. Let's drop the chin down to the chest and then take a really nice slow roll in whatever direction you choose to start with. Again, trying to draw the biggest possible circle you can with the imaginary laser pointer attached to the nose. And don't forget that breathing. We don't want to hold our breaths here. Make sure we're bringing each ear to each shoulder and then the chin down to the chest. Let's just do 2 rotations here and then we'll change direction. Taking it nice and slow, feeling each spot in the neck, what's tight, what's not. Maybe there's some pops and clicks, maybe not. Typically an okay thing to hear as long as it's not met with immediate pain. All right, let's go on other direction. When you guys are done with 2, nice and slow. All right, last rotation here. Well done, guys. End with that chin on your chest, and then we can bring that chin up. Nicely done. Okay, next, let's get into that hip flexor and quad stretching that I was talking about earlier. Now, if you have a couch near you or some kind of footstool, this would be a great prop to use, as we're going to try and do the couch stretch. So if you do not have this anything like this available to you, that's totally okay. We're going to go into a typical half kneeling hip flexor stretch, and that's how we're going to get this stretch going. But if you do have something available to you, bed, footstool, something that is an adequate height, just a couple feet off the ground, try and rest that foot on it, and then we're going to rest that back knee on the ground in this half kneeling position. So if you also don't, another option would be to hang on to that foot or ankle. What you want to do is make sure you can get twisted all the way to still point those headlights on your hips forward and not be kind of twisted towards that back leg. So once we get into our position, let's find that checklist again of a good hip flexor stretch, tucking the tailbone, squeezing the glute, the same side of the knee that's on the ground, possibly pushing the hips forward just a little bit until you find some good tension. And then finding those abs. If you want to exaggerate the stretch even more, you can raise one arm up in the air, same side of the knee that's down. And then let's breathe. Let that belly expand, feel the stretch in the front of the hip. If you also need something to help you keep your balance like me, go ahead and grab that. We're going to stay in this one a little extra longer than we usually do, just to make sure that get a nice deep quality stretch here. And we can kind of stretch it out for a little longer, because I know none of us are really preparing to exercise right after this. One more breath here, guys. Nicely done. All right, let's bring that arm down, bring the weight back, stand it on up, or just switch sides. Again, if you are grabbing onto that back foot with that same side arm, make sure you can still turn and be nice and square with those headlights on your hips pointed straight forward instead of turning to the side. All right, same checklist here, guys. You might find that this side is tighter. For me, it is. Let's go ahead and get into that pelvic tilt. Squeeze the glute, move the hips forward just a little bit. And then we can raise the same side arm up. Find that breathing. Good job, you guys. I know this one's pretty intense sometimes. But breathing and those long exhales will help us relax, so the next time it won't seem as tight, hopefully. One more breath here, guys, then we'll come out of it. Good, go ahead and shift that weight back. Drop that back foot if you're holding on to it. You can slowly come out of that kneeling position. Good work, you guys, good work. Okay, next up, let's find that really nice, everyone's favorite shin box position on the ground here. Doesn't matter which side we're starting with. In front, I got my left leg in front here, ankle and knee are on the ground, other leg out to the side, ankle and knee are on the ground. So whatever side, whatever leg you have out front, take that same side arm, let's plant it down here right at your side. What we're going to do is some nice rotations from this position. So take a nice deep inhale to prepare, and on the exhale, twist and reach through that gap between your arm and the rest of your body as far as you can, and then come on out. So same thing, inhale, and then exhale, reach. Good job here, guys. Really feel that twist. Feel some of those abdominal muscles loosening up on you. All right, last one for this side. Nicely done. Once you return to center, let's go ahead and flip those legs around. Go ahead and find that good shin box position on the other side. Knees, ankles on the ground. Beautiful 90 degrees everywhere. Let's do the same thing on this side now. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, reach through that gap. And then return to center. 3 more. Good job, you guys. Good job. Last one here. Even through that twist, make sure that those knees and ankles stay on the ground. Nicely done, you guys. Nicely done. Okay, to close out the stretch break, let's go ahead and come onto our hands and knees. And what we can do here is the cat camel or cat cow. Nice little spine stretch from head to tail. With those hands right under the shoulders, knees right under the hips, let's go ahead, round that back up, drop the head to the ground, push away from the ground, point the tailbone down, and then slowly move to the opposite, bringing the head up to look forward or up, arching the back, bringing the tailbone to the sky. You can now move at your own pace and just slowly alternate between these two positions. Don't forget that breathing. The goal here is to maybe stretch a little bit further than you did last time around. We also want to be staying comfortable here. So if you're going into a place, whether it's deep flexion or extension, and there's some pain, go ahead and limit your range to exclude that pain. Good job, guys. Let's go one more each way. And then we'll meet back in the middle. All right, find that neutral, that middle spot, and then we can come up kneeling, standing, or sitting, and that can conclude the end of today's stretch break. Thank you guys so much for joining me. As always, we have my abs and core class tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. We also have stretch breaks at 11 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. with Jazzy. And then on Wednesday, we have workout Wednesday with me at noon. Exercise with Exos is at noon on Thursday. Stretch break with Brittany at 3 p.m. on Wednesday. And then stretch breaks at 11 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. on Thursday. So go check out our class schedule on SharePoint if you want to attend any of those classes or any of the other awesome GX or group exercise classes that we offer. Go check out our SharePoint or Slack, #Exos. See you guys next time.
Thanks, Elise.
Good job, guys.